What if I told you that one event could drastically reduce your property's value or even make it uninsurable? If you're planning to buy, invest, or simply protect your home's value, this is a must watch. I'm Aguinaga, your real estate expert here in Montreal, where we're seeing increasing flood risks across many neighborhoods. As climate change continues to reshape our landscape, understanding the flood risk in your area is crucial for protecting your investment. I've worked in the real estate market since I was 18 years old, and I'm here to help you understand these kinds of risks with clear insights and actionable advice. Flooding in Montreal is becoming more frequent and more widespread, and it's affecting thousands of properties. So let's start by understanding flood zones. What are flood zones? A flood zone is an area that is at risk of being flooded. These maps typically show the 20-year, 50-year, and 100-year flood lines. These lines represent the annual probability that they will be flooded. If you're within the 20-year flood line, there's a 5% chance that you'll be flooded. If you're within the 50-year flood line, there's a 2% chance that you'll be flooded. And if you're within the 100-year flood line, there's a 1% chance that you'll be flooded on any given year. What has prompted changes to the flood map? In 2017, certain parts of the island were hit hard, and then in 2019, they were hit again. Over the last few years, we've been experiencing record rainfalls. These changing ecological conditions have prompted the changes to the flood zone maps. And why do we want to know all this information? Well, as you know, we are here to talk about real estate, and flood zones have a direct impact on property value and important implications for real estate in general. Value reduction risks. Properties in high-risk zones can lose an estimated 4% or more in value. Some investors and property owners may experience even greater devaluations due to concerns from buyers and lenders. Financing concerns. Most lenders, including Desjardins Group, have stopped financing homes in very high-risk zones. This can make properties harder to buy, sell, or refinance. Next, we have insurance limitations. Insurance companies often cap payouts, which will deter buyers concerned about potential flood damage costs. These factors end up being a devastating combination for property value. Now, let's evaluate the risk as an owner or buyer. First, types of flood risks: very high, high, moderate, low. This has historically been denoted by the 20-year, 50-year, and 100-year flood lines. I would be very cautious before buying a property that approaches the flood lines on any of the previous flood zone maps. Next, neighborhood-specific risks. Certain areas are more prone to floods than others. Areas in Montreal, such as Pierrefonds-Roxborough, Laval, Deux-Montagnes, and Saint-Marc-sur-le-Lac, were devastated during the 2017 and 2019 floods. Any natural disaster affects real estate investments. If you're thinking real estate is your ticket to an early retirement, as I do, then keep watching. Now, I want you to understand how flood zones affect long-term real estate investments. For starters, they have a direct impact on equity and return on investment. Flood-prone areas will typically have lower property values, which will reduce the equity owners build over time, potentially affecting their long-term returns. The decision to buy or sell in flood zones. To be honest, I can only recommend selling if you're in a flood zone or near one. I don't see a world where we reduce the flood zone. Therefore, I would encourage owners of these properties to cut their losses and sell today in order to start building equity at another property. While properties in flood zones may be cheaper, they carry significant risks. These risks just aren't worth the cost. Resale challenges. In this day and age, we have information at our fingertips. The growing awareness of flood risks can and will limit buyer interest in high-risk properties, potentially prolonging the time to sell and reducing selling prices. And now what? What should I do if my property is in a flood zone? Well, for me, this is where I think you should start. First, floodproofing and renovations. Consider installing flood barriers, reinforcing basements, and using water-resistant materials. While these renovations can be costly, they may help maintain value over time. Next, government assistance programs. Look into any local or provincial programs that assist flood-prone homeowners with repairs or relocation. New programs may be coming out at all times. Third, consider selling. While I never like to encourage a homeowner to sell a property out of fear, it's tough to beat Mother Nature. With the ever-changing flood zone maps leading to snubs from banks, I don't see a bright future ahead for these properties. Always keep an eye on infrastructure updates. Sometimes, planned flood prevention projects, like dike installations or reinforcements, can lower future flood risks. Check your local government websites regularly for updates on projects that could affect flood risk in your area. Flood risk is a real factor the world is being impacted by, and sadly, Montreal's real estate market is not the exception. It could impact your property's value more than you think. I hope this video helps you make informed decisions and assess flood risk as part of your real estate strategy. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever considered how flooding might affect your property values? And if you're ready to dive deeper into Montreal's market or want help navigating property risks, reach out. I'm here to help you every step of the way.